Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Britt and I'm the owner of Even If Candle Company. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I label my concrete vessels, my wax melts, and my room sprays. Stay tuned. I am going to start with making a wax melt label. I am on Canva. Many of you use that. For those of you who don't know what Canva is, it's a website to design templates and styles. You have text and all drawings, projects, all that different stuff on Canva. It's really fun actually to use. So I do recommend using Canva to create all of your logos and labels. For my YouTube channel, I also use it for my thumbnails and all that fun stuff. So it can be pretty fun to create your own stuff. So anyway, let's start with the wax melt label. So I apologize if I go a little too fast. But you guys can always go back and view some things if you didn't quite catch what I was doing. So I'm going on the side here, clicking text. There's so many things that you can do, different designs, different, styles. I choose the text version because I like my labels pretty simple. So you can jazz yours up however you feel necessary, whatever your style and whatever you prefer. So let's add a heading. So this is, I'm gonna call this my In Eden. So that is a scent that I carry. And so there's that. And then I'm gonna add another line here. And this is where I put my scent notes of the scent. So I'm sorry, once I get in this creative mode, it's really hard for me to talk. But okay, so, and I'm gonna add another heading. And this is going to be where my company name is going. So let's actually extend that a bit. I spell out company. You can do co, whatever your vibe is. Okay, so once I have that written out, I played around. I happen to know what sizes and the fonts, but guys, there's so much to choose from. There's some pros here, blah blah, but you can get a lot in the free version. So anyway, let's get to that. It's already in my previously used there. So I choose this font here. Now you guys can obviously choose whatever fonts you want. You don't have to choose all the same. Like I said before, I'm pretty simple with my style. I like it minimal. I don't like it too crazy. And then I'm going to just change these fonts to what I already know. And I make the candle company a little smaller. Just mess around, whatever you guys prefer. Do you want it to be italicized? That's what I do. I write the candle company out in italicized with the same font. So just make sure these are the font sizes that I want. Here. And this would be Move that here. And then I'm going to make that smaller. Sorry, I had to turn down the music in the background. All right, so then going to make it like that. Just move it around, whatever you think works best. You know, so obviously this is the label size. So you can really just go off. You see that center line that pops up there. So you just want to make sure everything is centered. That looks better. Okay, and then at the bottom, I add another heading. And then you write what it is called. So this is a soy wax melt. And another heading. So I'm sure there's easier ways of doing this. Like I said, I kind of just stick to what works best for me. So whatever works best for you, do that. And then this is 80 grams. And now for this, and I don't know why it's in bold, but I do not like bold. This is just a little smaller. All right, I think it's looking good. So this is not official legal advice, but according to the FTC site, I'm just going to show it to you guys here. It's the FPL Act, aka Fair Packaging and Label Act, and it's just the regulations for your products and how you're supposed to label it. So if you don't have a website, if you don't have, something to show your business address on, your full business address, then you do need to write down the city and state on where it was poured. So before I had the site and all that, I would write down hand poured in, and then I would pick, whatever city and state that I was in at the time. So just keep that in mind, that you will have to put that on your labels. And also, the reason why I have, it says soy wax melt, it's because you have to write what the actual product is. So I'm just going to highlight this here. The Fair Packaging and Label Act, enacted in '67, directs the Federal Trade Commission and the FDA to issue regulations requiring that all consumer commodities be labeled to disclose net contents, identity of commodity, and name and place of business of the product's manufacturer, packer, or distributor. So like I said, not official legal advice, but this is according to the public site that we should be reading for our business. So anyway, back to the fun part. All right, so You guys can also choose whatever color. It's fun to do all that. I feel so boring, but I keep it all black. I have craft paper, and I think it comes out really nicely on the craft brownish look. So, yeah, so I'm boring. I keep it black. So you do you. You do what feels right for your products. All right, so I am done with the wax melt. I might have to adjust a couple things here and there, but like I said, I was just gonna do a quick version here. If you guys have any questions or anything, just comment below, and I would love to try and answer them for you. So moving on to the room sprays. Luckily, I found that I like the same label for my room sprays, so I don't have to buy different labels for that product either. I have these two products with the same size label. So what I do is just keep all of this the same, and then I just switch out the product name. Room spray, or sometimes I'll put room mist. Sometimes it just looks nicer when it says mist. I don't know. And then, of course, I change the net weight and all that stuff. I find that I have a lot of work to do to begin with, so I try to make it easy as possible when it comes to this stuff, because I'm doing it all on my own. It's a one-man show. So let's try and make it, as easy and convenient as possible. So now I'm going to show you how I make my coconut wax candle labels. Okay, so here we go. I forgot to mention, because I had this ready to go. On the home page, when you are choosing the label size that you need, all you have to do is type in the size, let's say 2 inch by 3 inch, whatever. You can customize whatever size you need. So it's pretty self-explanatory on the home page. If I can figure it out, you definitely can. So let's get started on the concrete vessel label. So of course, like I said a couple other times, I use the text. You guys can use whatever works best for you. You can even upload something if you have a logo or whatever to add instead of typing out your company name. So I'm gonna add a heading. And this is going... So really quick on my labels, I don't write my company name for my concrete vessels. I actually have it on a dust cover. I didn't want it too crowded, so I kept the company name off my label. And on the label, it just has the name of the scent and what the scent notes are. And then it also has what the weight is and also what the product is. So I'm gonna use the same name to make it easier. That, and then the scent notes are blackberry and sage. And then I'm gonna delete that. You just hit the delete button there. It's pretty, I love Canva. I think it's really easy to use. All right, so like I said before, you have to make sure you write down what the product is. And then I write what the weight is in ounce. Oops. Oh my word. Sorry about that. And then in parentheses, the grams. All right, so let's adjust this a little bit. All right, so I use a different font on the concrete vessels. So I use, it's already there. And I use the same one for all the lines. All right, and then of course I'm gonna adjust accordingly. So and I actually make it interesting this time, guys. I use a brown color. Very interesting. Yeah, I think the brown looks nice with the craft as well. The dark brown. It basically looks black, but it's fine. You gotta switch it up sometimes. I don't like too much change. I like small adjustments. All right, and then I keep these the same for the bottom line. Okay, so yeah, and then I'm gonna change the color. It already knows. So yeah, that's, I know this video is pretty boring. Labeling can be fun, but to show it isn't that fun. It can be kind of boring. It drags on a little bit, so I apologize. And I also get in the zone, like I said before. I get in the zone when I'm creating, so I get distracted and I forget that I'm doing a video. So, but yeah, that is how I make my concrete vessel labels. Oh, and I forgot to add that I actually do a line underneath to split up the name and the scent notes. And I like to thin it out a bit. Like that. All right, it's not gonna be perfect. I'm kind of rushing here. All right, and then once you are done making these, you just share and you download. And it'll show on the bottom here, but you just change the name of whatever the title is of your product. To keep it nice and organized, I always keep all my certain labels in a folder on my desktop, so I'm not searching around and it just takes too much time. So just keep yourself organized, and it's that easy. It's pretty simple. You do the same thing at the top right. You just hit the share, and then you download. And that's it. Once you have your labels downloaded, the labels that I use are from Avery. So wherever, if you get it online labels, if you do Avery, there's several different label companies that you can use. So let's just do the wax melt label. So on your Avery labels that you have, there is a template number. So I just type in what the number is, and I search that. So let's go to the template, and I hit start designing. And then select design. All right, so then you hit image, add image. Well, first, actually, I wanted to show you, if you want to do more than just the in Eden whatever your scent is, then make sure you edit one, because if you do edit all, of course, it will show up on all of the slips. And in order to delete them, you have to singly delete them, unless I don't know a way. And if you know a way, let me know in the comments. So let's just do all, because I only have that one. So browse. And there it is. So you, of course, adjust accordingly to the template. This is just a warning. I always said okay. On the bottom right, you're going to do preview. I continue. This is just, of course, it's outside the safe area, which is considered the dotted outline here. But I want it fully covered, so. You can have them print it for you. Of course, that is money. So I just print it myself. I use my own printer. So you hit the print itself, get PDF to print. I don't save them. I don't know. I just don't. Open PDF, and there we go. And then you do. And that's it. It's pretty easy, guys. But I know I might have gone a little fast or something in this video, so just let me know if you have any questions, and I of course will try and answer them. And that's it. That's how I create all of my labels for each of my products. If you guys have any further questions, just let me know down in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. It means the world. God bless.